Trump being president, and it was every bit as dismal as I thought it would be. I think the speech was amateurish and unfocused and just even dumber than the speeches he used to give on the campaign trail. I think that it was very monochromatic. It was very white and very, it looked like something it clearly looked like my father's America, the America he would always tell me about. But what I find interesting is the first thing that Donald Trump had his press secretary speak about was the fact that there were the attendance numbers. And clearly, I don't care what picture you watched, clearly the numbers were clearly down for Barack Obama. Now, I guess Donald Trump should have a new chairman of a new department called Making Shit Up. He should have a department of making stuff up because he clearly lies. His code name for the CIA should be the Lion King. He lies when the truth will do. The bottom line is you are a very unpopular president. You are the least popular president that's ever been inaugurated in our history. It's clear that the inauguration that people attended was nowhere near about a third of what Barack Obama was. But what's even clearer is that you're determined to lie your way to people in situations when it's clear we can see what happened. And then you come up with alternative facts. An actual phrase for lying. Alternative facts. I don't know a lot, but I know if you use an alternative fact in the courtroom, your ass going to jail. You're going to catch a case for perjury. It's a lie. You lied. And the first thing you did was lie to the American people. And I think that now we know who you are. And I think there's no denying it. At every turn, he's going to be different during this stage of it. He's going to be different here. He is who he is. And what else is galling and particularly appalling to me is the fact that now he's saying that he will not release his tax returns. This is the man who took pride in making President Obama prove that he was born here. So the guy who made you prove that you were born here won't prove, won't show his tax returns. And this is on America. This is where the birthers were a bunch of fucking loons. They were insane. They raised an insane, cause, and a lot of people got behind it to the extent that the President of the United States had to show his birth certificate to quell all the noise. I think that people should be just as dogged with Donald Trump and his tax returns, because I'm telling you, I believe his tax returns are the key to his impeachment. I believe they're going to show things that he doesn't want them to show, and I believe they're going to be the thing to get him out of office. And I think that we should not stop until we see those tax returns. This is not just the case. 3 million more people voted against this man. 3 million more people voted to not have this guy be president. He is, and I think he's there falsely. I think that he's treasonous. I think that he's a liar, and I think that he's impeachable. And I think they're all in the tax returns. And we should be just as vociferous as they were about President Obama's birth certificate. We should be just as loud and just as rancorous, because I think this man is not a legitimate president. I do. I think that, remember, people were suing President Obama saying he's not legitimate, so I don't have to follow his orders, or they were suing him to get him taken off, or suing him taken off the ballot. I think that Donald Trump should be put in the same situation, and not because I think it's tit for tat, but I think he literally is not the President of the United States of America. I think that everybody had it right. I think we know that the Russians were involved. We know that there was foul play, and we also know that there's something he doesn't want us to see. This is the man that said, Donald Trump is the man that said, if the president doesn't have anything to hide, why doesn't he show us his birth certificate? So if this fake president doesn't have anything to hide, why don't we see his tax return? Because they know that in them, maybe one of the reasons we don't see him is because the Russians haven't given his W-2 yet. that joke was actually courtesy of my girl in Kansas City, but I clearly think that we can't just acquiesce. We can't just, I think the march is an evidence of it, an element of it, but I think that we should be just as loud trying to get his tax returns, because I think his tax returns are the key to our salvation. I literally do. I think they are his way out. And I think that the minute people see what kind of man this is, the minute they see how deep he is with other people and other nations and other countries, is the minute we can be free and get back to the business of being a real country. That's a little note for the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up right after Joe. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.